Well, it's a good day today if you're called Nigel, folks, isn't it? Have you heard the latest today? In the latest polls, Reform have come in ahead of the Conservatives and Labour, coming ahead of them both. Now, I know that means nothing at this time. And I know one poll can be totally different from another. But I think it's a respected place that it's come from. And they put in Farage's Reform above them all. I think they're even saying that they've canvassed many Conservatives, and I think Conservatives are saying 1 in 5 are looking at voting for Reform next time they get a chance. And I thought, that's a lot of numbers, is that? A lot of numbers. No wonder they're out in front at the moment. But then again, I think the real reason behind it all is what's happened with the Conservative Party, especially over the last 4 or 5 years, and what's happened with the Labour Party in the first 6 or 8 months. There looks to be nobody out there that you can trust. Now, on that side of things, they're also saying, of the three, of Starmer, Badenoch and Farage, most are saying they'd rather have Farage as Prime Minister than anybody else. They trust him more. Now, I've broached this before myself. I said it when old Rishi was in there, Rishi Starmer and old Nigel. And I said, I'm not a particular supporter of any of them. I really am not a political animal. And I don't know enough about politics to be honest with you. But at that time I was saying, if you gave me Starmer, Sunak and Farage, I just think I trust Farage more than the other two, because I don't really trust the other two. In fact, I think of the other two, I think I probably trusted Sunak more than I trusted Starmer. And I know a lot hate Sunak. But there's just something about Starmer that I'm not sure about. I'd love him to prove me wrong, but in the first 8 or 9 months in there, he hasn't really done that. I hope I'm wrong, because we need somebody strong leading the country. But at the moment, I'm just not sure. And old Nigel, I know he's a bit marmitey, and I know he's a bit up and down with the weather and whatever else. But for all he's got skeletons in his cupboard like they all have, and for all he sort of changes his mind, as I say, from time to time, I think he's more likely to have some kind of agenda and stick to it than the other two. Because the other two will just move with the wind, whatever suits. Well, I say the other two. I'm not sure about Badenoch. I don't really know a lot about her, but Starmer and Sunak as was, and Boris Johnson, all much of a muchness to me. They really, really were. Anyway, let's see what happens from it. It's a while till the next election, unless this Labour rabble get thrown out before then. They're certainly not covering themselves in glory at the moment, and they had an ideal opportunity after what the Conservatives did before, during and after lockdown. They had a great chance to go in there all guns blazing and show the country that there were people that you could trust and people that weren't going to lie to us and con us. Unfortunately, they've just carried on doing what the Conservatives did, unfortunately, and you just can't trust many of them as far as you can throw them, I don't suppose. Anyway, we'll see what the win brings, but at the moment, Nigel's looking pretty good at this moment in time. He often looks very, very smug, happy with himself. I think he'll be even more so at this moment in time. If he looks at the polls, he certainly will be. A bit like the cat that got the cream.